Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to class 5, my dear students. You people, Alhamdulillah, have reached class 5 in the academic session of 2021 to 2022. Today on 5th April 2021, you are going to start the very first period of class 5. I am going to teach you 3 subjects, class 5. Okay, so that is mathematics, and today in the first period you have mathematics. So we will be starting the very first chapter of this subject today itself. But let me try to make you understand and make you know that what subjects I am going to teach you exactly. So I am going to teach you mathematics, I am going to teach you science, and I am going to teach you Islamic studies. So these are the 3 subjects which I am going to teach you in the new session of class 5. Okay, and you know all of you know me very well. I am Wasim sir. Okay, welcome again. I am welcoming you to class 5. Okay. Inshallah, I will try to you will be enjoying learning, inshallah. So be active and be attentive in the class. So today we are going to start the very first chapter, that is chapter 1 of mathematics, numbers. Before we start anything, we should know which book you people are using. You people are using this book, isn't it? Cambridge Connection Mathematics 5. So the publisher of this book is Cambridge. Okay, Cambridge University Press. The publisher's name is Cambridge University Press, and the authors you may see: Rupesh Pathak, Vaishali Bhatia. Okay, so these are the authors, those who have written the book. Okay, so moreover, I have the idea of this book. I have taught this book in the last years. For a couple of 3 years I have taught the same book. So this book is a good book, not the best one, but a good book for class 5 standard 5. A nice one, a precise one, a concise one, and it is in accordance to the level of class 5, the students of 5th standard. Okay, so Cambridge Connection book we will be following. So let us start the first chapter, the very first chapter, numbers. So I hope that all of you have heard 2 terms. You often hear these 2 terms: digits and numbers. But in majority of the cases, most of the times, people, they think that these 2 things, that these 2 words, these 2 terms are same. No, they are not same. Digits and numbers can be understood very easily by a simple example. Suppose you write a word in English, right? Suppose I write G-U-G, a jug. Okay, so I ask you, what is it? You will say, sir, this is an English word. This is an English word. Okay, and it means a container in which you keep water or certain liquid. Okay, especially jugs are used for containing water, so it's a container. Okay, jug, it's an English word. It's an English word, and this word is made up of 3 letters, isn't it? This word is made up of 3 letters. These are the J, the U, and the G. These are the 3 letters, different letters from the English alphabet, which you are arranging in a proper way to form this English word. So all of the English words are formed by arranging different letters, okay, in a proper way to form a meaningful word. Okay, so you understood the difference between word and letters. So if I write my name, W-A-S-I-M, so W is a letter, A is a letter, S is a letter, I is a letter, M is a letter. These 5 letters these five letters, they join and they combine to form a word, which is my name. So all of the English words and even in other languages, letters they combine to form words. So similarly, digits, there are 10 digits: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and a 9. These are the only 10 digits which you find in numbers. So suppose you want to make a number 25,000. What you do, you take this 2 from here and you take 5 from here and you repeat 3 zeros. You say, sir, this is 25,000. So this is a number. So numbers as words, they contain different letters. Numbers, they contain different digits. And letters you choose from the English alphabet. Similarly, you choose digits from this set of 10. So 0 to 9 are the set of digits. 0 to 9 are the 10 digits which we use to form any number. You may form any number using these 10 different digits. So hope you understood. What is the difference between digits and numbers, my dear students. Suppose I am giving you another example to make it more clearer to you, to make it clearer to you. So if I write 1 2 5 3 6 7, okay, so this is what? This is 1,25,367. So this is a number. This complete thing is a number. Okay, this complete thing is a number. But these different individuals, the different parts which I am circling now are digits. So numbers are formed by combination of digits. Okay, so if I write 100, so this is a number, but 1 is a digit, 0 is a digit, 0 is a digit. Okay, if I write 12 is a number, but 1 is a digit, 2 is a digit. Now I hope that all of you have understood what's the difference between a digit and a number. Okay, let us move ahead. A very important thing. Let's start with the very first exercise, the system of numeration. Okay, system of numeration. System of numeration is a system in which we read a number following a particular method, following a particular rule. Okay, system of numeration is a system in which we read and define a number, that is, we measure that number, that how much that number is, using a particular method. So there are two different methods which is generally followed. Not generally followed, two methods are only there, two systems. Okay, one is the Indian system, that which we follow in our country, Indian system of numeration. So this is a system in which by using this system you can read a number and you can say what is the exact value of that number. Okay, that is, you define that number. International system of numeration. So this is a system of numeration in which you define a value, define a number, you read a number and say what exactly the value of that number is. Okay, and this method, this technique, this system is followed all over the world. Okay, so that is why it is international system. Okay, wherever you go in the world, you follow this system. But there is a specific system, a special system which we follow in our country, that is Indian system. And inshallah we will be learning both of these systems. Very easy, we will be learning both of these systems, and I hope that you have studied some of it, some of the concepts of these two systems in the previous classes. Okay, class 3 and 4. So you will be understanding it very easily, I hope, because you have a prior knowledge of this one. Okay, so let us start let us start exercise 1.1. So all of you please open page number 4. All of you please open page number 4, exercise 1.1, page number 4. All of you please take out exercise 1.1. We will be starting with question number 2. Okay, exercise 1.1, page number 4. The first question of exercise 1.1 is irrelevant, not important, that's why I am leaving it. You may do it if you wish at your home. Okay, but we will be starting our class, we will be starting our exercise 1.1 with sum number 4, sorry, sum number 2, that is page number 2, sum number 4. You will find this page, you will find these questions, these sums on page number 4 of your book. So first and foremost thing is that let us try to understand how to put commas, how to group digits of a number using the Indian system. So Indian system, the first thing we will be learning is that putting commas or inserting commas, putting commas or inserting commas, that is grouping the digits, categorizing the digits using the Indian system of enumeration. So I am taking the first one, 2A. So 2831642. So this is the first number which has been provided to us, and the question, if you read, is insert commas according to the Indian system of numeration. Also write these numbers in words. So first and foremost thing is that I will be teaching you, I will make you understand how to put commas, how to insert commas in a number, that is how to categorize, how to group digits using the Indian system. Then inshallah I will be teaching you how to read this number and thereby converting this number into words. If you can read the numbers properly, then you can write them properly, and keeping in mind that you have to know the spellings, and I hope that all of you know the spellings of numbers. At least you are learning that spellings of numbers since your childhood, since class 2 I think. Okay, so how to put insert and commas in Indian system? Without delaying, let us go ahead. What you will do, if you follow the Indian system, what will you do? You will count 3 digits from the back, 1 2 3, then put a comma. Then after that you will take a group of 2 digits only. So you will start with a group of 3 digits, put a comma from the back. Always remember from the back, don't start from the right. Okay, from the back always. 1 2 3 comma, then take a group of 2 digits, 1 2, then put a comma. Now you don't have digits furthermore, and this so we will stop over here only, because I said you have to take a group of 3 digits, then 2 digits. So we have 2 digits over here, we have 2 digits over here. No need of putting commas over here. This is wrong. You can't put a comma in at the very start of the number. No, this is wrong. The commas must be in between the digits. Okay, so I have put the commas. So again I am saying, I am repeating it. You will take 3 digits from the back, put a comma, then 2 digits, put a comma, then 2 digits. Okay, let us take another one. B 6 5 2 3 4 1 9. So what will you do? You will take 3 digits from the back, 1 2 3, put a comma, then 2 digits, 1 2. Okay, very easy my dear students. So it's very easy, putting commas is very easy. Now let us try to understand how I am going to write this number in words, how I am going to convert this number into words. Okay, and for that we have to read it properly. And the Indian system